Stronger Than Yesterday, episode 9. Guys, finally, Helen, newfound love, actually came to the house with all the family friends for dinner. And Nessie was so jealous. He came to Helen saying that, why will you let him come into my house? This, that. And Helen said, he's going to be our daughter's new stepfather. Why are you not happy with that? Because the last time you always come home with your side chick and I don't have a problem with that. So you wouldn't have a problem with this also. And Nessie was so angry. Oh my goodness. Guys, please share this video for me. It's very interesting. You're going to like it. So Helen was telling him that, aren't you happy for me? At least, why do you look so jealous? And Nessie walked away so angrily. And Helen was laughing as she was just doing it just to pepper him. It's not as if she have something really doing with the guy. You know, he's just trying to make Nessie jealous. And indeed, he's jealous. Here he comes, the new lover. And Helen introduced their family friends to the new guy and his wife, and introduced Nico, her husband's side chick. And everybody was happy. Nico was very happy to see him as he was a very young, cute and handsome guy. Imagine, look at the guy, look at the kind of lady that Nessie want to leave his wife for. She's even lost him for another man, a new man that his wife just found. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. This is a lesson for so many men that does not really appreciate what they have until they lose it. So you see, Nico was just all over the guy. He was just looking at him, admiring him, to the extent that she could not even hold it. She has to approach him, tell him that she's a stylist, that the guy should please patronize her. Instantly, Nico gave out her details to the young new guy. Gave out her details, telling the guy that this is where her office is and she should patronize her in Instagram. And immediately, Helen's friends called Nico, telling Nico that you stole her husband. As if that is not enough, you are still making passes on her new boyfriend. What kind of a human being are you? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You know, her new girlfriend have to scold Nico, and her husband immediately touched her to tell her to quit. The girl did not stop. Oh, she still told the new guy to please contact her. And Nessie could not hold it anymore and called Nico to quickly meet him in the kitchen. That was how Nessie dragged Nico to the kitchen, and he was very angry. He told Nico, why were you staring at him? You are even making passes at her new boyfriend. How dare you do that in my presence? And guess what? Nico slapped him. Hey, oh my goodness, this is terrible. You know, Nessie was angry. You were making passes at another man in front of me. And Nicole slapped Nessie and told Nessie never to drag her like this again. That she is not his wife. She is just an ordinary side chick. Oh my God, Nessie was so ashamed of himself. He couldn't even come out from the kitchen. Nicole left him right in the kitchen and go back to the sitting room and continue talking to the new boyfriend of Helen. Jesus, this is so shameless. Now it's all done and they are back to the room, you know. Helen is making a phone call, pretending to be talking to her new lover. You know, she was playing love, still trying to make Nessie jealous. And Nessie was just on the bed, staring at her. Nessie was thinking that maybe it's because he's delaying the marriage with Nico. This is why Nico actually did what she did. And he's thinking that, you know, he really have to quickly get married to Nico before another man take Nico away. He never knew this was not the solution. A woman that is not yet married to you is already staring at another man in your presence. You think marrying her is going to stop her, is going to make her face you. Oh no. And now, Nessie asked Helen after her phone call that, are you really happy with him? Helen was like, when do you start showing concern about my happiness? He said, yes, I care. Helen was, okay, if you want to know, I am very happy with him because he's a very cool gentleman. He's lovely. He's caring. He's handsome. You know, he makes me happy. You know, he tried his best to do everything for my happiness. So I'm happy. He was like, okay, I'm glad that you are happy. Just sign those papers that she need to sign the papers. You know, Helen was like, don't you bother about your inheritance anymore? He said, no, I no longer care about properties. Just sign it, you know, so that he can quickly go and get married to Nico. Helen was okay, if that's what you want. Although Helen was shocked because Helen is actually doing it just to make him jealous. So you see, Helen was shocked and was like, all right, let's see how it goes. Then he slept off. Helen was thinking of what to do next, you know, how to handle this situation. It's not as if leaving him is a problem to Helen. She is just a woman that wants to keep her marriage. And now, Nessie went to Nico, telling Nico that finally he is getting a divorce, that him and Nico are getting married. And guess what, guys? Nico immediately told Nessie that I cannot marry a broke man. I cannot marry a poor man. Nessie was, are you after me because of the money? And he said, no, but I cannot marry a poor man. You want to divorce your wife and lose all your inheritance, all your property. So who is going to marry you when you are poor? I can never marry you if you become a poor man. Now, Nessie is confused because it's complicated. So you see, the woman you so much treasure, the woman that you want to leave your wife for, is not even ready to settle with you if eventually you lose your inheritance and become a little bit poor. Not even poor. She's not even ready to stay with you. And even when you are rich, she's still making passes at another man. Can you imagine? So everything is showing. And while Helen was in the kitchen cleaning, she received a phone call from her mother-in-law because the mother-in-law loved her so much, including the father-in-law. She was so happy when she got the call, only for her to get the bad news that her father-in-law is being hospitalized. He got into a terrible incident and right now he's in the hospital with the family doctor. Helen was so weak and shocked because she never saw this coming. She loved the family just as well as the family loved her so much to be their son's wife. So Helen quickly rushed out to meet Nessie, where Nessie was cleaning the car, to tell him that his father is involved in some critical health condition and is presently in the family hospital. You see, so Nessie left everything he was doing and quickly rushed in the car to the hospital to see his father. And Helen requested to go with him immediately. This is so bad, guys. So what do you think about today's episode? As is a big lesson to everybody. Cherish what you have and appreciate what you have before you lose it, because it is always too late when the head is off. So guys, what do you think about this? Drop your opinion